So in this video, we're going to be reviewing the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. We've had the device for a little while. We've done tons and tons of videos on its features and troubleshooting. So now we're going to do a Q&A review like we do on this channel. We'll let the download begin. So guys, if you're finding us for the first time on this channel, we do support videos that help teach you how to use your device and troubleshoot some of the biggest issues it may have. If you enjoy videos like that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Share your thoughts, comments, and questions in the comment section as well. And also share the video. You never know who it will help. So we do reviews a little bit differently on this channel. Instead of actually doing a review like everybody else does, we kind of just answer your questions. So we scour the interwebs for some of the best or most asked questions about the S10 Plus. We're going to go over those questions now, and in those answers we'll give you our thoughts and opinions on whether this phone is worth it or not. So let's get started. So right off the bat, the first question is the Galaxy S10 Plus worth it? And my opinion is it depends really. As anything else, technology kind of moves really quickly. If you have an S9 and you can afford an S10, I would definitely say upgrade. If you have older phones and you want to upgrade to the newest, latest, and greatest, is probably, or definitely is the best Android phone that is currently available in my opinion. So it definitely is worth the money. It is very pricey to buy the S10 Plus. So this phone can run you over $1,000. So it's rocking one of the latest processors. It's the Snapdragon 855, and the battery itself is a monster. It actually is able to last all day for me. I use my phone. I'm a power user. I use my phone for everything. I'm always having a lot of screen on time, and I've really not had that much difficulty getting through the day with a full battery with the phone. So yeah, it's really worth it, but if you can afford it, because it's really, really expensive. So how do apps run with that hole punch display? So one of the biggest changes that Samsung's done is they've gone away from bezels pretty much, and they've not gone to notches. Most phones add notches. They've done a hole punch camera where they actually punch a hole in the OLED display of the screen itself. And that's the same for the S10, S10 Plus, and the S10e as well. And you'll see that the S10 has a single camera display while the S10 Plus has a dual camera display. And I'll say that apps work with those hole punches just fine. It's almost like a notch. So when you first see the notch, it's really jarring. You don't know how you're going to get used to it. But the more you use it, the more you kind of get used to it, and you kind of just adapt to it being on your screen. The hole punch is basically the same thing. The more you use it, the more you kind of adapt to it being on the screen. Apps do a pretty good job of just avoiding it. It's just there. If you're watching a full screen YouTube video, it's just there. You don't really have to worry about it too much. I think for the first couple of days, you're like, all right, it's there. It looks weird. After maybe 4 or 5 days of using the phone, you don't even realize that it's there, and it becomes a really cool aesthetic because people are now creating some really cool wallpapers that go with the hole punch. They're kind of embracing the hole punch in a way that they never really embraced the notch that much, or could probably not embrace the notch as much. So it really is a cool aesthetic. I really like how they did it, and it's another way of kind of making a bezel-less phone and not having to completely eliminate the selfie cameras that everybody seems to love so much. So what's new with the Galaxy S10 Plus? There are a couple of new things with the S10 Plus. The screen is probably one of the main things. It has a new almost full screen display, again with that hole punch camera instead of a notch. It helps kind of eliminate bezels on this phone. This is pretty much close to a bezel-less device. And they also put the fingerprint scanner underneath the screen. So this is the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. It's a little bit different than what you saw on the One Plus. This one's actually using ultrasonic waves to map your fingers, and it's supposed to work even when your fingers are wet, dirty. It's supposed to be as close to the built-in fingerprint scanners that we used to with the old phones as possible, but built directly into the screen. I've had kind of a hit or miss with it for the most part. It did get better as time went on. Samsung actually released some updates that helped improve the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. It is a little bit faster now. It is moving a little bit quicker, but it's not as fast as the old school fingerprint scanners that are built directly into the phone. It's still a cool piece of technology though, and I'm always guilty of kind of giving new tech a break because I am, for the most part, an early adopter. So I like when people venture into new technologies. So it works as good as it's supposed to work as of right now because it's kind of a first generation tech. It's a cool piece of tech. It works well, but sometimes you'll have some hiccup. They also have a new triple camera display where they have a standard, a telephoto, and an ultra wide camera. I'm not a big camera guy, but I know a lot of people are, so you can actually take some really nice photos with these triple cameras on the S10 Plus, and it works as well as it's supposed to. I think cameras have kind of reached that bottleneck on cell phones where they're gonna get incrementally better, but they're not gonna get super, super great anymore. I think we've seen that top-end camera like from the Google Pixel and other phones like the iPhone. This camera kind of falls in the middle. It's not a bad camera at all. So how does the battery life compare to other phones? It's really good, actually. I think Samsung's really nailed that all-day battery thing. They did it with the Note 9. They did it with this phone as well. I'm a heavy power user, and I usually end my day with about maybe 30 to 40% of my battery life still remaining. It also does have a really cool power share feature, and I do have the Samsung Buds. They actually came free with the S10 Plus that I purchased. We'll do a quick video on those another time, but sometimes when those buds run out of power, I even share my power with them and kind of charge them back up, and still able to get through the day pretty good without having to worry or run to a charger too much. So even if you're a heavy power user, I think this phone does a really good job of giving you that all-day battery, and it still has those battery optimization features that you can use to kind of, make your battery last even longer if you really just need it from sunrise to sunset. And as always, would you recommend the phone? So the S10 Plus is a really big upgrade from the S9 and even the Note 9 that recently came out. It has a better processor, has a better screen. It takes more advantage of that real estate of the screen with the hole punch cameras versus any bezels or notches. It has the 3-camera display. It has a better processor. It charges faster. It has a better battery. So it is a bigger upgrade over the S9s and the Note 9s that are out in the world. I would recommend it, again, if you're looking for that upgrade. It's not necessarily a phone, though, that you would have to go and upgrade to. So if you have an S9 and it's working the way it's supposed to and it's doing everything that it's supposed to, I never suggest upgrading just to upgrade. You want to upgrade to make sure that the device that you're upgrading to gives you more or helps you do more than what you're currently doing on your regular device. So if you're going to be taking advantage of some of those features, if you do take a lot of pictures, you may want to upgrade for the triple camera. If you do a lot of media consumption on your phone, you may want to upgrade because it does have a better screen and it takes more advantage of the real estate on that screen. But if you're comfortable consuming media on your device, then you stick with your device. This phone is really expensive, and my recommendation always is to not conform to technology, but have technology conform to you. So if you're conforming for an upgrade, I wouldn't recommend it, but it is a fantastic device. It has a lot of great features. It has a lot of great benefits. So if you're looking for an upgrade, it's probably, again, the best Android phone that's currently available, in my opinion. I would say do it as long as you can afford it. So guys, like I said, we've done a lot of videos on the S10 Plus. Check some of those out on the channel. We have some features, we have some troubleshooting. We have a plethora of videos for you to consume about the S10 Plus. If you have any questions, thoughts, or comments, share those in the comment section below the video. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe. Share the videos to others. They may find something useful in here to help. Until next time, peace.